Hello, I'm Nikki Gibbs with the Chapman Foundation for Caring Communities. The holiday season is here, and for many parents, the past few months since the start of the school year have been very busy. Our teens at home are often at events, meetings, or study sessions. And for some, our college, post-secondary, or military students have been gone a great deal. We often look forward to the holiday breaks as a chance to connect with our independent children. What has their life been like? What are they learning? Have they been making friends? Our brains are filled with so many things we want to know. I have 2 young adults that live away at college, and I wish they had little GoPro cameras on their heads so I could see what their experiences are like. Their lives are busy enough that we may catch glimpses in a text or a quick call. For some, things aren't going quite as planned, and we want to help. Our greatest desire over a holiday break is to gain connections. So how do we do that? We envision spending every waking moment with them, asking them all of our curiosities about their new life. I remember when my daughter was coming home from her first holiday break from college. I imagined she would take 2 whole days to share everything with me. That was not always the case. I had a list of questions for her in my head. But wait, that's not where we should start. Connection is about giving them the opportunities to share when they want, and what they feel safe sharing. So how do we create a safe space for doing just that? How do we have good intentions to connect without accidentally creating disconnection with our teen or young adult? We create an open road for them, a road where we are willing to let them do the driving, free of roadblocks in the conversation. A trip together down an open road for connection begins when we make statements that invite them to share. Phrases like, I can't wait to hear more about your past few months, or I want to hear more about the club you joined. These phrases are very different than questions. Questions on the road to connection take the conversation down the path of our choosing, where we decide every turn. Open-ended statements invite the other person to share what they want and how much they want. It might not be as much as we want, but we can show patience as they feel comfortable sharing about their new life. As our teens say more, we can keep the road open by saying things like, tell me more about that, or that sounds interesting. Avoid asking questions and driving the conversation yourself. Keep your teen in the driver's seat. We also can realize that their reality may not be what we expected. If they are sharing something that is a challenge or a disappointment, we can give them more room to share by just recognizing their feelings. I can tell this is frustrating for you. Again, it is a statement and not a question. It keeps control of the conversation with them. There are a few other key pieces to the road of connection. It is likely going to be a busy holiday season for you as a family. Connection can be made a priority by putting down our phones or stepping away from a crowd to be with your teen, or any way that you can find to show them they are important. Simply putting something aside for a short while to capture on a sharing moment can mean a great deal. No matter what they are sharing, it's not a time to jump in with judgment or a solution. Stay away from commenting on how they handled something or what you think they should do. These can be more roadblocks, and then connection stops. Your teen may then feel that vulnerability with you is not easy. We want to allow them to share anything so they continue to feel safe with us. For example, if your teen is sharing that they're having a difficult time making friends at college, our instinct may tell us to offer advice about joining clubs or getting involved with a job. That's all good advice. But in that moment, our child just wants us to see that they are frustrated or disappointed. They are likely smart enough to realize those solutions. And if they talk about those ideas, that can be a time for encouragement. They will come to you when they want advice. They may likely ask for it. There is a difference in the need to find a solution and the need to simply connect. Lastly, when we think of connection, we think of talking. But who is doing most of the talking? Connection improves when we stay quiet more and we let them share. Even a moment of uncomfortable silence can help our teens share more. It can seem backwards or unproductive, but in reality, our control of the conversation is a roadblock. Being a loving, caring parent is challenging in the teen years. We can often feel like we don't have much time left. Making the most of the times we have together can be about giving them the wheel. It may not be everything we want them to share, but we can be grateful and create a place for them to share with us that will pay off in the future as they create their lives and face new challenges. Thank you for joining me.